You're listening to Pet World Radio, and this is the Addictive Reef Keeping with Tyler Johnson. Stay tuned for live chats, expert guests, tips and tricks, product reviews, and many more topics.
Well, hey guys, Tyler Johnson here, and for those who do not know what an algae scrubber is, it's pretty much my main filtration system that I have on this system. And today marks Cleanout Day, so I'm going to show you how I clean out my algae scrubber, which is up there. I'm going to do a little bit of a modification to it, and we'll kind of see how the growth grows from here. As you guys know, this system's only really about a month old, the new sump and algae scrubber. So obviously I'm not going to have full-on green turf yet. We'll probably see that next month. So I'm going to hop up on a ladder and I'll show you guys my idea for my little upgrade, and then I'll show you guys the growth, and then we'll go and clean it out and reinstall it on the system. And then I'll give you guys a quick tour of some spots that might have some hair algae due to all the oxygen, and we'll see if we can basically handle those with our ATS up top. Alright, as you guys can see, we're up top where I have my sump, ATS, and surge device for my 40-gallon tank, and pretty much this is how the algae scrubber works. I got a little bit of a modification I need to do here by taking out that pipe and somehow maybe super gluing some pegs in there so I can get it flush all the way. So as you guys can see, quite a bit of growth. I'm going to go ahead and take this cover off and I'll show you what it's been doing. So as you can see, guys, the canvas is lifting off. So it's not a bad thing, but obviously I don't want that going on. I just think it'd be better if it was somehow secured down at the bottom. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that. I might just cut, like I said, 2 little holes here and super glue some pegs, and then I just I don't know, cotter pen, or I'll have to figure something out. As you guys can see, water rises up in this chamber, gives the algae some type of nutrients, and then also the water runs down. And in return, guys, when the surge drops, it creates an atmosphere of oxygen for the algae to basically grow. It's going to grow faster here than it would if it was fully submerged, unless you add an air stone to it. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out, and I'll meet you guys in the bathroom where we can see kind of how dark or bright green this growth is, if there is any at all. Well, as you guys can see, the growth turned out to be really green. It's really hard to tell when you got a red and blue LED. You know, it all looks brown, but once you pull it into some natural light where you can see it, wow. I have never seen this off of an algae scrubber off of one growth, one single bulb. I know people use the compact fluorescence, and I can't believe how green it is just in stage 1. So we got some really good turf already established on this, and obviously there's a lot of spaces where it needs to go. So like I've said, if you guys do not know this before, I am exporting nutrients, guys. By scraping this algae pad and removing all that algae onto the side of this plate, I am in return removing dead organics from my system. So with that said, guys, it's the same thing as a skimmer. You know, obviously if you guys have a tank full of green hair algae and you test for phosphates, you test for nitrate, 99.9% of the time it's going to read 0, and that's because the algae, the microalgae, is consuming it just as fast as it's being produced. So talk about efficiency. So basically my plans with this is to not eradicate my skimmer, but lessen the amount of maintenance that I need to do on my skimmer. Something like this is going to compete with my skimmer and help my skimmer produce a lower bioload, and obviously demote any type of algae in the display tank. So now that we're established with the green hair algae, guys, I'm going to be changing my light schedule from 24/7 and start bumping it down, hopefully to around 16 hours, and we can get some nice growth coming out of here. So I'm going to start cleaning this, guys, one-handed. And as I'm removing this, guys, I'm spreading spores on this mat. That's going to help next round even go faster. And then if you look really, really closely, you'll still see that the turf algae is still attached in there. So let me dry my hands off real quick. So you can see that there's still a bit of this green stuff growing. And next go around, guys, I guarantee you this will be even thicker growth than before. So I'm going to go install this back on the system. I might do the little upgrade and show you guys what that is. So stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, I did do a little upgrade. Instead of it being like this and basically wedged in there, I just super glued an all plastic clip that I used to use for seaweed, but now it holds down my whole entire algae mat, which is perfect. Now I'm getting pretty much symmetrical flow down the whole entire thing instead of being like sporadic. So hopefully the growth will be better on this time. I think now I definitely can't put a fish in here or anything. That's kind of why I had the pipe there, in case when I was going to make this a frag tank. But now that we're going to be doing the 5.5 right here, I don't think I have to worry about that anymore. So stay tuned for updates on the 40 breeders ATS cleanout. Thanks for watching, guys.